After you've completed your pre-processing for an imaging project, you'll end up with your master linear images. In this particular case, the project was for IC 1396, which is the elephant's trunk, and it was a narrowband image. So I have three master images here, hydrogen alpha, oxygen 3, and sulfur 2. The process of doing stacking often will leave some ragged edges. And if I look at each of these images, I'll start with the hydrogen alpha, and I scroll or zoom down a bit. The outside edges look actually pretty good. Let's look at the next one here. And if I look at this, I can see there's some black lines down in here and a little bit on the left. So that's bad data. If I look on the final image, I can see some bad data at the very top. So what I need to do is I need to trim these images so that bad data is removed. But I need to do it in a consistent way across all three images so I don't mess up my registration. So how am I going to do that? Well, the best way to do that is by using the DynamicCrop tool. And we're going to want to use that on one image that seems like it's a good one to work from. And I would say that probably this image has the bigger border, so I'm going to decide to work from that. I'm going to run the DynamicCrop. And at this point, it's showing me the outline of the image and the center of the image. And I can begin to manipulate things. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag this down so that I've got the inside of the top and the left border clipped where I'd like to clip them. Then I can come down at the bottom and bring in that back corner and try to make this symmetric. And I think if I bring it at about this point, bring that in just a bit more, I've got a fairly symmetric crop that should get rid of the regions I want. So at this point, rather than run the tool, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the triangle and bring it to the desktop. This creates a process icon. I'm going to get rid of the tool now, and I'm going to rename this something useful. So this was IC 1396, and I'll call this a decrop. I'm taking the trouble of reclaiming this or renaming this so that I have a tool that I'm going to keep as part of my project. If for whatever reason I have to redo this operation, I can redo it in a consistent way because I've captured this. And now that I've captured this, I can actually start to apply this to these images. And the way I do that is just to drag the icon onto each image. And I'll trim it, and then I'll bring the window down to the new size. I'm going to drag it here now. It's now trimmed, and now I drag this once again to the final image, and it's trimmed. Now all three images have lost their bad borders. We've done it in a consistent way, and we have a tool that we've created for this project that can be saved as part of the project and reused should we ever have to redo these operations for whatever reason.